Oh man,
So aggressive.
like they're after her.
Right, like
But
she's in
those
this.
guns don't look like
No, they're like,
typical guns.
yes,
that a
like some
cop
kind
would
of
have.
tech. Maybe that kind
Right.
of tech when the alien tech.
Right. Even that little droid that's following her looks like some
Right.
alien tech.
Why is he there? See, there's something weird with this guy.
Him and his Porsche.
That's just so. I got such a weird feeling with him. I swear.
Right. Oh.
Wait, that's the lead.
That's her great grandma.
Like you to be my mum.
His mom.
What?
What?
So are they are.
crazy. Wow.
Why?
She fell for her cousin.
Okay. Besides that, but the fact that her. What? So that's the lady she saw in her vision, obviously. Like, she keeps seeing. I guess that was the figure that came when she had that kind of like. She passed out and had that vision in the dining room with her family.
Right.
And all you really see is a figure. You really see, and we're like, who is that could be? Maybe like Captain Marvel or something. Or
Right.
something related to the
I
bagel.
saw a clearer version of her in the later.
Yes, and later on it happens again
Yeah.
where she's rescuing him, and then she sees
She loses
her.
focus.
Yes, she's focused because she comes to her again and says something to her,
Right.
and then it's her grandma is
Who's-
his mom, so they're
Who's
cousins,
in our reality.
right?
like-
And she hasn't aged.
Man.
So we're gonna find out episode 3 on what the hell's going on. So many questions, like especially when Bruno, they were training and everything like that, and Bruno was going over her little body scan or whatever. He's like, well, the power's coming from within you, not
Right.
necessarily from the bangle. So now I'm kind of curious, are they gonna still try to play off like inhuman things or whatever? Because the grandma's obviously something now.
Yeah.
She's not a regular human person, and the stories they have of her, like she was shunned and that she was this horrible person. She brought great shame on the family.
Yeah, like
and,
nobody wants to be associated
but
with
it's
her.
so weird though. Her origin story was like
She escaped.
she escaped, like heroic almost, But then like another Illuminati auntie. Illuminatis, yes, I love that. I love how it introduces so
The
much
dynamics
more
of the family.
and all the groups they introduces of the Moss
community,
Bros and
yeah.
everything. I really thought that was like really, really cool. But she knew she had to go to them, the aunties, to find out more stories, and she found out like there was a rumor that her great grandma killed a man.
Like, if she did do that, it must have been in a terrible situation. And,
Right.
Like, they're making it seem like, she killed somebody out of just, pure hatred
But what's
or something.
going on? What's
Right.
going on? Like, so much to unpack with that episode. It adds so much more layers to where this bangle comes from, what's going on with Kamala's family history, and how much that plays into it. It's not just maybe just the bangle.
Yeah, and then we also get introduced to her new friend Nakia, and who was running for a board seat in the mosque, right?
Yes.
And it was pretty cool to see that little interaction with her and the dad.
I know.
Like, I love that interaction when she was trying to get his
She
vote.
played him so well. She
Right.
was like,
Do you really want to do that?
to stop that to us? Like, you really want to stop us? Like, you really want to prevent change from happening? Like,
Right. Yeah, that
and
was
she's
really
so
nice.
clever. Like, I hope she wins, by the way.
And then as far as Bruno, he got accepted to Caltech.
I know.
So he might be leaving and going to California.
I
or
don't think
something.
he's going to take it.
Right, he's gonna turn it down
I
because this
think-
girl Kamala is here in Jersey City. So
And
he's
now
kinda-
that they're cousins, she thought was her lover, because she even had this whole "Be my lover, baby,"
Right.
like singing and everything like that. So she was like really feeling him, and it turns out that might be her cousin. So, he might be out the picture as a love interest. And Bruno, I can see him staying. I can see them getting closer, but I don't know if he's gonna take that going over
Nice
there.
guys finish last. We all know that. Right? They played that "Bad Boy" song in the beginning.
Oh,
for a
I
reason,
know,
man.
right? And that's always a clue.
The song.
The songs they play in Billy, because the Weeknd song "Blind About Life" was her opening song. It really just comes into effect throughout her whole powers and that whole first episode and opening.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep looking out for those songs in the beginning and see how much it applies to the episode. Because I really, really think that's a little clue Easter egg.
Right. What else would happen? Zoe.
Yeah.
So Zoe threw her party.
And that mimicked more of what the comic was. Yeah. You know, it's like they blended the first two things together with the comic. Like, you know, they had the Adventure Con thing where she rescues Zoe. And then, but see, when in the comic she goes to the party and then she gets they embarrass her. You know what I mean? And she gets humiliated and everything like that. And then she ends up rescuing Zoe in some kind of, later on. But it's cool how they kind of meshed that comic book into two different episodes. And I'm not sure with Zoe. At first I thought she was going to be like a typical mean girl, but I don't think it is. I think she's just clueless. I think she's just like likes the followers and she's living in her own little fantasy social media land, and that's really what who I do is the DODC. DODC.
Department of Damage Control.
Now they are the ones that are very highly suspect. I don't believe that they are truly, their agenda is true, even when if their job is to do damage control. But what if it's like more than that? What if they're just trying to find these type of people, you know what I mean, and take them or something,
like Scrolls or...
Yeah, they could be Scrolls. They could be, that's coming up. Secret Wars is coming up.
They definitely are amongst us, for real.
And it's like now, I think with these shows, these new Disney Plus shows, Marvel Disney Plus shows...
leading up to that.
They're going to be leaving hidden scrolls throughout these Marvel shows. And then when we go back on them, they're going to be like, whoa.
Wow.
That makes sense now.
Right.
Which is why I think they're kind of going so hard on her. Like, and they have the alien tech, they're just using it like nothing. And for them to be kind of like it seems like they're trying to capture Kamala because of her powers and trying to contain it or whatever, trying to find out what's going on. But they got no problem using foreign alien tech, even if they're
controlling their damage.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there you go. Yeah. So I really don't trust that whole thing going on to the park, especially after Shield and Shield.
Shield. Yes, the fall.
Who can you trust?
Right,
who can you really trust? But that was a great episode. I really like how much they just added. They ended on a cliffhanger. Now episode 3 is gonna be like. I hope they reveal more because her mom. Yeah, especially from her mom. Her mom is so shut off, right. And it's also like it's a cultural thing too, because she said that, their grandmother brought shame and she just like don't want to talk about it and this and that. And I had to get away from that kind of stuff. Right. I moved all the way over here to get away from it, Even her, like her grandmother called her by another name, And then her mom's like, where'd you hear that name? Like, she don't want her to know even her real name, So right. That's just like, she's really trying to keep that under wraps. And so the mom definitely knows something too, and there's something going on with her, something that she has maybe, and that she's trying to been keeping a secret for far too long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it was definitely a good episode, man. I can't wait for the next one next week, man.
I know.
Episode 3.
We'll be here covering it though, and I can't wait to break down more Miss Marvel.
Yeah. I'm Zach.
I'm Olivia.
And this is Just Watch. See y'all next time.